You know, you know. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! If you know, you know. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! If you know, you know.
Okay, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Kybfitness. Today I'm going to do a shoulder tutorial for you guys. I haven't done one yet. You have seen me do shoulder workouts, but I want to wish all of you guys a happy new year. We're going to start off with just regular movements, just the basic movements to start out. So before we start, I got a whiteboard, and on this whiteboard we got the anterior deltoid. So the anterior deltoid, for those who want to know, that also is the front delt. So that's right here, and you can see the split from the right here. You can see the split from the front and the medial deltoid. So we are going to work some of the front delt right now, and I'm going to show you a basic movement for to work the anterior deltoid, which is the front delt. And I want to sit down, but I'll show you the standing press first. Okay, so first on, we're going to do the front delt. Okay, so we're going to grab lightweight or medium weight, just because I'm doing a tutorial, so I don't want to go too heavy. So you just want to make sure that any movement, you want to target your front deltoid. So most of the time, people go to a pressing motion first. So you got to make sure your elbows are a little bit in front of you, or parallel to you. You don't want to go too far to the back, because you don't want to injure your shoulder or put too much strain on your joints. So keep it a little bit in front of you, and you're just going to do a pressure motion up. And when I press up, I don't know if you can see it. You can see that front delt starting to pop out. And we just want to come down, not all the way down here. You don't want to come all the way down here. You want to come about halfway. Right here, let your arm break parallel with your shoulder and back up, so you can keep constant tension on that front delt. So I'm going to show you in real time, instead of this motion, how I do it with 2 dumbbells in my hand. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, and I'm going to show you in real time how the overhead dumbbell press looks and how it functions on the front delt. Okay. So I have 15-pound dumbbells. As I told y'all, it's a tutorial, so I don't want to go too heavy. So this is a standing overhead press. Usually, my stance is like one leg in front of the other, but I'm just gonna keep my legs together a little bit, feet a little bit spread apart, about maybe a couple of inches, probably a foot, rule of length, and we're gonna go here, right? We're gonna go here, right? And we're gonna press up, right? Don't let the dumbbells clack or touch, just press up. And I don't know if you can see my my front delt working. So up, I'll back up a little bit so you can see it. Up, 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 up. Make sure you are controlling your weight all the way through. No herky-jerky movements, none of this throwing the weight up. We want attention to detail. We want to make sure that we are working that front delt, keeping constant tension on that front delt, so it's nice and controlled, nice form, straight up, like this, up, back down, up, up, control all the way through. Make sure you're feeling that front delt working. No bouncing, none of this. Lock in, up, up, up. The object of all your workouts is to make sure that you are controlling the weight that you are pushing. If you cannot control the weight that you are pushing, 10 times out of 10 is you need to drop the weight. So here, we don't want to hurt ourselves. We don't want to hurt our shoulders, because when we are doing upper body movements, our shoulders are very important in moving weight. Whether you're doing rows, whether you're doing overhead press, if you're doing chest, you're getting front deltoid in on chest. When you're doing chest days, you got to use your shoulders for biceps to lock your shoulders down so you can focus on the bicep. The shoulder plays a big part in your upper body development. So make sure you don't hurt yourself when you're doing that. That is the first basic movement for the front delt. The other movement that you may see a lot of times in the gym with dumbbells is one of these movements. So you may either see this movement, or you may see somebody do one of these movements. That's for front delt also. So you'll normally see the basic movement of a press or a raise, or either or. So it can be front with the dumbbell flat, or it can be front with the dumbbell hammer. Me, when I'm doing any kind of hammer movement or raise movement for the front, I switch it up. So I'll do like a superset of 10 reps or 8 reps here, and then I'll stay there and I'll do some more reps here. So that way you're hitting it double times and pumping it with blood. So make sure that you got your stance right and you up, right around here. Not all the way up here. You don't have to go all the way up here. There's no need for that. You don't have to go all the way up here. No. We want tension here. So once I'm here, now I'm in a resting state. I'm no longer in tension lane, right? As we would call it, as I just made up. But I want to go here, right face level. So I still got tension. I don't want to sit the dumbbell here. I'm resting. We don't want rest in the midst of reps. We want blood flow, and we want to get pumped, and we want to work that muscle to feel the burn. So here, I'm resting. Here, leaning up against me, I'm resting. But if I don't let it touch me, I'm not resting. I'm still got tension here. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then when you go on the hammers, you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you want to keep constant tension on that front delt. That was the number 2 movement for people who you see do front delts. The next one is the overhead, the strict shoulder press. You see a lot of people doing these, a lot of powerlifters, they would do the overhead shoulder press with like a lot of weight. Not for many reps, for like maybe 1 to 2 reps or 3 to 5 reps. That's the kind of the rep range for heavy weight. So I'm gonna show you how the barbell, just give me a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now I am back, and we are going to do one more movement for we're still on anterior deltoid. I already gave y'all the pressing motion. I gave y'all the hammer, the raises, and now we're gonna do another pressing motion. When it comes to front delts, the primary movement is going to be a pressing movement because it's in front of you, and the momentum is going to be down on you, so you're controlling with tricep, a little bit of back, and what you're doing is pushing up, so you got front. Even if you would just if you're sitting there and you're watching this video, even if you would just do something like this, once you get up here, you should feel your front delt activated. You should feel it. It should feel hard. Even if you don't got a whole bunch of muscle there. I don't have like tons of muscle in my front delt, but I got enough. I can feel it when I press up without anything in my hand. I can feel that muscle. So before you get any weight in your hand, make sure that you go through the motion with your regular body just to see what part of the muscle is activated when you do that movement. Because when you put weight in your hand, it's just gonna add extra resistance so that muscle can get fatigued more faster and force growth into the muscle. All right, so here we have the standard barbell. This space is kind of small, and my camera, you probably can't see it, but this is the standard barbell, which is what, 35, 45 pounds, right? I don't have no weight on it. So what you want to do is get your fingers lined up, make sure you have the right line on the bars, right? And you just want to lift it up, right? And place it right here. So my shoulders is like this, right? So once you get the bar like this, I guarantee you, your forearms and your front delt is already activated once you grab the bar. And once you get into a press motion at the top of your movement, you should feel that front delt fire off something crazy. Even if you got weight on here, and this is just a bar. So you want to come up like this, up, back down, press, back down, press, back down, press, back down. Now, the strict press, some people do it, the strict press is always standing, but some people may do a seated overhead press with the barbell, plate loaded. And that's even more stress on the shoulders, because when you have they call it a strict press because it's supposed to restrict your amount of momentum to get that movement. But some people bounce to get that weight up just so they can get the extra rep. But we're not talking about extra reps right now. We're just talking about working the front head of the delt. So here, I'm gonna get a little closer to see if you can see it. See if you can get a side, a front view of it. I don't want to break the mirror. And we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna press up, right? Here, lock, press up. Press up. Some people come all the way down here. I don't come all the way down here because it's too much stress on my shoulders, on my wrists, and the joints of my elbow. So I come right around here, so I can still feel tension, and I press up, down, up, right? Up, right? So that was the final movement for the overhead press, and that was front delt. We're gonna move on to the medial head of the shoulder, which is the medial deltoid. So here is the front, right here. Here's the front, that's the front for the press motion. That's the medial head. And this back here is a small muscle back here. I don't know if you can see it right along here. That is the rear. So right now, we are going to do the medial head of the deltoid, which is also known as the side delt. So I added these here for the people who want to know the scientific name for it. And these are the scientific names for it when it comes to the muscles in the body. And this is what we call it when we're talking to our bros, or we're talking to the guys at the gym, or somebody asks us what we're working today. We're not gonna say we're working the anterior, the medial, and the posterior deltoid. We're not gonna tell nobody that, because we don't talk like that in bro science. We say we're gonna go crush these delts, or we're gonna go kill these shoulders. That's what we say. So next is the side delt. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and now we're going to jump into the side delt, which is the medial head of the shoulder. So, like I told you before, front, anterior, medial, posterior, rear. Rear, middle, front, okay? So, what we're gonna do, right, we're gonna go to the basic movement of the medial delt, the medial head of the shoulder. So, this is pretty much everyone's go-to. I haven't seen any bodybuilder go to anything else for the side delt building 101 is the side lateral press. The side lateral raise, the side lateral raise. So there's many different ways to do the lateral raise. Some people, you will see them here. I don't know if you can see me. You will see them here, right? In front, side. Some people will even go back here and raise up here. Okay? Me, I don't normally go back there because I really fear injury when it comes to building the body. Even though sometimes when you moving heavier weight, that's the name of the game. You will get injured at some point, but you will risk your window of injury when you do stuff the right way. And I try to learn how to do stuff the right way. And most of the stuff, if you are not like a professional and you haven't been doing this for a while, and a lot of people got degrees, but that's beside the point. Just do stuff the right way. You knew better, you do better. So here, I got 15-pound dumbbells, right? We're gonna set up. I'm gonna do them from the front. And we're gonna go here, right? And we're gonna raise, okay? Now, it's easy to get more of your traps involved when you're doing lateral raises. And we don't want to work our traps, we want to work that side delt. So you'll see people with their arms straight going like this. I like my arms bend a little bit, and it's like I'm trying to shove something off of me. Like I'm trying to like get out my way. One of those kind of movements, like get off me. So here, I'm usually here, and I just raise up here. I feel my side delt firing. I feel it. Look, watch my side delt fire. All side delt. Here too. Up, up. I don't need to go all the way up here. No, I'm getting what I need from that range of motion right there. So I'm here, 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 here. So I'm getting what I need from side. Now, like I told you before on the front delt movement, from here, if you just take your arms and close your fist, or not even close your fist, and do the movement without any weight in your hand so you can feel the muscle that you want to work. So if I'm here, right, and I come up, right, I should feel my medial head of my deltoid, the middle, I should feel that. I should feel it firing and flexing. Firing and flexing, my middle deltoid. So once I get weight in my hand, that's all I'm gonna do is burn them out. Like, rip your life away. Sure, just like this. Clean and steady. Clean and steady. You can go in front of you too and go go up. But in front of me, I get a little bit of more front delt than I do the middle. So I like it to be right at my side, arms slightly bent, up, up, up. That is the go-to to build good side deltoids. You want to do just go in there and hammer the middle of your delts. Just go in there and hammer them. And I even do them leaning up against something. So I'll lean up against something like this. Let me turn the camera so you can see. So I'll lean up against something like this, like on the dumbbell rack, and I'll just do some sing-alongs like this. You can do them standing too, but my rear delt is just, you see that? Rear, not my rear delt, the middle head of my deltoid, right? Then you go here, here, just like that. So that's middle deltoid, side deltoid 101. The other side deltoid movement that you can do also, and it'll also hit your front deltoids too. I'll grab a light. You can take a plate, right? Let me switch the camera angle around. This is what happens when you don't have a filming guy. You gotta do it all. You gotta be the jack of all trades. You can grab you a plate, 25, 35, or 45. If you want to do sets, you can do pyramid sets also. But you can take the plate, right, and come down. Keep your arms slightly bent and work. Raises, 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 just like that, and work. You can do that too. If you want to get more advanced on the front plate raise, you can even do this. And I learned this from my bro, Big Will. If y'all look at my previous videos, y'all see that I did. That's how I started deadlifting. You can do one of these, right? Arms slightly bent, come up, and turn. They call these bus droppers. Up, turn. Up, turn. Up. You try these, I guarantee you're gonna feel the stupid burn on your shoulders. And with the medial deltoid, you can pyramid set up to, like, not no crazy weight, because you don't wanna hurt yourself. But you can pyramid set up 5 pounds, 10 pounds, all the way up into whatever your max lateral raise is. If anybody even does a max lat raise, and you just fire things off. You can even do a press in motion on a Smith machine and set the bench up about 90 degrees and hit front and side also. Also, you can hit your side with some seated press. I will show you that, but I'll show you that at another time. So that one, we did anterior, which is front delt. We did medial, which is side delt. And now we're gonna move on to the posterior, which is the rear delt. Now, the rear delt is not too many movements you can do to kind of target that, but I'm gonna show you 3 movements that can target that rear delt. There's gonna be some dumbbells. There's gonna be, I don't have no rope here, but I'll explain the rope, the face pulls, and we're gonna do some with the barbell, a wide row. So stay tuned for that. Be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now that we got anterior and the middle side delt and the front delt out of the way, we're gonna do the last movement, which is the posterior delt, which is the rear delt. So I don't know if you can see it. let the camera focus. So it runs right back here. So that right there, that is my rear delt, right there. So mostly it's gonna be in one of these motions or one of these motions, right? You can see them pop. Let me show you. You can see them when I'm here. You can see them come out. So right there along that, right? So usually you'd see people doing one of these movements. Now once again, I'm working with lightweight because I don't have to do heavy weight because the rear delt is such a small muscle, right? So what we want to do is, right, is we want to bend over, right? Bend over, head up, and drive, right? Drive, pushing from our elbows, not working from our traps, not working from any other muscle, even though you have the secondary muscles helping you. We want all rear delt. So we don't want that, because if we do that, you see my traps get involved if I come up, right? You see how my traps get involved? I don't know if you can see it. You see how my traps get involved when I come up like this? But if I lock here, right? Lock here, and just push with my elbows, my rear delt, you can see my rear delt fire. Rear delt, rear delt, rear delt, rear delt, right? So I'm gonna get a little closer so I can show y'all how that rear delt fires. So, right here, we got down. Remember, not like this, because now my traps, we don't want traps. We want rear delt. And here, dumbbell straight, step over a little bit more. Dumbbell straight, up, up, up. Now I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see my rear delt. Fire. I don't know if you can see it. Up, rear delt. You see it? Now I'm gonna drop one dumbbell and I'm gonna pick one up. Rear delt right there. We want rear delt. Not trap, rear delt. Not like that. Lock up, rear delt. Rear delt. Driving with our elbows, okay? So, driving with our elbows. Driving with our elbows. So that's a movement for the rear delt, which is a rear delt row with a rear delt fly. So that is a rear delt fly, with the dumbbells. Now the next movement we're gonna do for the rear delt is the barbell row. And it's a similar motion to the rear delt flies with the dumbbells. Put those back. So we have here, which is the barbell right here. This is the barbell. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our hands wide. Wide, bend over, and roll like this, okay? Bend over and roll. All rear delt. You can see my rear delt firing. All rear delt, all rear delt, all rear delt. Now, I'm gonna switch the angle of the camera so you can see all of my shoulder activated when I do that movement. So now I'm going to show you what fires when I'm doing the row with the barbell. Like I told you, this place is kind of compact and small, so you can't see me lifting the bar, but nevertheless, it's just a tutorial so I can show you how I work the rear delt with the barbell row. So here, right, you want to get your hands kind of fall outside the lines. See these lines right here? Kind of outside those lines. So that way you don't work anything else, right? So now I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna pull up. You can see my rear delt firing when I come up. Rear delt, and now I'm gonna open it up, right? Gotta get the tank top tied up so you can see the rear delt working, right? So right outside the lines, right? Don't mind my ugly face. Rear delt, okay? Rear delt. Rear delt, okay? We don't want to work nothing else but rear delt. Rear delt, rear delt. Look, you see that? Rear delt, how that rear delt pops out when I come up, right? I'm not moving my back, right? So rear delt when I come up. One more time, rear delt, rear delt. That's what we want to work when we work out shoulders. That is for overall shoulder development. So when we work our shoulders, you see that shape right there. We want to hit every head of the shoulders when we work our shoulders. We want to hit the front, we want to hit the side, and we want to hit the rear delt. Me, like I told y'all before in other videos, I am trap and delt dominant. Other things I have to work extremely hard for. Legs, chest, and back. I gotta work hard for those because genetically I'm just not gifted in that area. But for some reason, genetically, I'm gifted with some delts and some traps. So I can go in there and do 3 sets of each thing for like 10, 12 reps, and I got the stupid crazy pump on shoulders and traps. No lie, all facts, no cap. So, from the top, anterior, medial, posterior, bro science, front delt, side delt, rear delt. Work them all, don't neglect it, switch up the movements, get the blood pumped in there, get your nutrient flow in there, eat your food, get your protein in so you can grow. So, thank y'all for spending this time with me. Happy New Year. More tutorials to come. Didn't mean for this one to be that long, but since I'm delt dominant, I think I know a little something about delts with getting them to grow and getting them to grow. So, last time to the whiteboard, say it with me, children. Anterior, front delt, medial, side delt, posterior, rear delt, and this is for overall shoulder development. Make sure you develop your shoulders. We don't want to neglect no body parts. And here at KYB, we do it all. We work every body part. More tutorials to come. Remember, keep getting those gains. Keep going to the gym. Guaranteed gains, no excuses, just results. KYB, know your body.
You're checking, I'm just trying to spin. I did the train, so I'm just trying to bend. Back-to-back champion, winning again. I feel like Peyton or Kobe, Jordan or Emmett. I'ma push it to the limit.